Good morning, everyone. I'm sweating because I'm just in for my run. I had a shower. I hate when you're in a rush after exercising because you just don't stop sweating for the day, I feel, or it takes you so long to stop sweating. Anyway, welcome to this week's vlog. Today is a day in the life as a mother of a 5-month-old who is probably 5.5 months now. The time literally when they say that you blink and they're like teenagers is like has to be real, because I cannot believe he's like teething and yesterday started sitting. I'm like, you are an adult, it's terrifying. So full disclosure, today was meant to be a day in the life to show you how our Monday to Friday, basically Monday to Sunday goes, and what our days look like, what my day looks like as a mom of a 5-month-old. Today, of course, is the day that things kind of went askew. We follow a very strict routine that works amazingly for us, because it means that Abe is a very happy baby, sleeps 12 hours a night, naps on cue, and today is the day that it kind of started late, and I didn't get to do the morning routine because it was just a mess. Not a mess, but started late, and it wasn't a true reflection of what we do every day. So basically the morning routine that you just saw is tomorrow. I'm going to film it tomorrow and put it in at the start of the video, but I wanted to tell you that it wasn't today, because obviously most days that's what our morning looks like, and most days with this routine it works super well and it works out. But there's always days where, every week, where something doesn't work, he doesn't nap, or the morning routine is askew, etc. So I just wanted to add that in, because I know as a mom, I'm super sensitive to watching what other people are doing and comparing and thinking, oh my God, they never fuck up, or their days are never out of sorts, or, you know, so I just wanted to put that in there. We are literally just back from Dublin. We went back for my best friend's wedding, which was absolutely magic. But I just feel like, oh my God, I cannot believe we only have like 3 weeks left in Lisbon. And then we are moving back to Dublin, so I'm kind of stressed. I would say I'm very stressed. I'm anxious about all of the change and the unknown. And yeah, I put up a question box yesterday on Instagram, and a lot of people were asking me, you know, why we're moving home and what the main reasons are. Are you excited? Where are you living? And honestly, I'm just so overwhelmed right now. I don't know my head from my arse. So I would say that after this weekend, being home with my friends, it was the reminder I needed of why we're doing what we're doing. Because it was just so nice. Like, even on the morning before we left, I put into our WhatsApp group, is anyone around for a coffee, and just getting to do those kind of things, getting to meet my friend for a coffee. And it literally just reminded me of, you know, I don't have that in Lisbon, and I love my life in Lisbon, but that in itself you take for granted when you have it. But when you don't have it, you realize how important it is. And like, I've had messages, I don't know if you follow Jodie Wood, but I am her biggest fan. I love her, and sometimes she messages me on Instagram to say, what are you doing? Why are you leaving Lisbon? Like, for content creation, etc. It's amazing, and the sunshine, and you must be so happy. And yes, that is all true, and I'm dreading leaving it because I love our life here so much. But honestly, if you don't have people to share it with, then it's just not worth it. And yeah, so basically that's where I'm at. Anyway, so today I'm going to run you through our routine and how our day usually looks. What day is it? It is Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. It is July, the beginning of July, summer in Lisbon, and myself and mom have decided to go for breakfast. We're trying to do what we've done actually the other week. My mom is here with us in Lisbon, and the three of us, my mom, my husband and myself, wrote down 2 things that we want to do before we leave Lisbon. So we've each chosen our 2 things. We've scheduled them in our diary, and today isn't one of them, but there is this place that I've been before, but a really long time ago for brunch, and I would like to go back because they've actually changed location, so I'd like to try the new location before we leave. So me and Mom are going for breakfast. Abe is now down for his 9 a.m. nap, which he actually went down at 9:30 because Connor went for a run this morning, got back late, I slept it out, and myself and Abe slept in until 8, which we usually would get up at 7. So we're running a bit behind, but we are going to go get breakfast when he wakes up from his nap, bring his 11 o'clock feed with us and do it on the go. So yeah, I'll bring you along for the day. So I've just done a few chores, and now Abe, it's now 10:05. We put him down at 9:30, so it's half an hour behind schedule. We'll wake him up at about 10:30 and we'll hit the road. So I want to be able to get dressed straight away so that we can head out. I usually have a little thing, or I have a little thing in my notes that, because when you have a baby, there's like, time is just such a weird thing. You always feel like you're in a rush, and nothing's ever like, there's kind of little room for intuition, might I say, or like taking your time and seeing how you feel. And so basically with like getting dressed now, I just don't have the time to like be trying things on and trying loads of different things or outfits or different combinations. Also, he's currently napping he's sleeping in our room. So during his naps and when he's asleep, I can't be in the room because it's pitch black. Which means that I can't really get that kind of stuff done when he's napping. So when he is napping, I kind of try to organize my outfits or come up with outfit ideas, or things that I want to wear, combinations that I'm thinking, and I write them down in little notes I'll put here on the screen. So outfit ideas, I'm just gonna look through this so that when I go in, when he wakes up, I can know exactly what I'm gonna wear, hopefully, if it fits. Also, I will say that a lot of the time currently with my postpartum body, or my new body, I'll talk about that later, I will say that a lot of the time I try things on and they're a total disaster because I am in my mind dressing my old body or clothes that used to fit me and that don't fit me anymore. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm gonna try and pick out an outfit now, and then when he gets up, I will show you what I try on. Since we're gonna be out for his 11 o'clock feed, I am just getting his nappy bag ready so that we have everything for him. So I'll probably make the bottle before we leave. I have his bottle sterilized. We use the MAM bottles, which are super handy. If you have a microwave, they sterilize in the microwave. So I'm going to fill this. He has 8 ounces of milk every 4 hours. That's 4 times a day. So this will be his 11 o'clock bottle. So I'm gonna make that just before we go and bring that with us. Also, we use Optimal, and then I'm gonna make sure in this bag we always have nappies, baby wipes, a change of outfit, because he often does massive poos everywhere, his cream for his bum. We'll add a calendula nappy change cream. We also use the Postpartum, which I actually think is better, the changing mat. And we have the little nappy bags. What else do I have in here? I need to get a bib, and that's it. I think that's all we need. And his toy. So I'm just gonna get a bib and we're good to go. So I thought I had time now to clean the dishes, and I've just seen on the Nanet that he is awake. I'll probably just leave him until he cries because it's only another 10 minutes and he usually just sings and chats away to himself. So I'm just going to try and clean the dishes quickly and then get him up. Hello, Angel. Are you excited? Good morning. Good morning. Did you have a nice nap? Excuse me. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Orange. Orange. No. Say hello, world. Hello, world. Who's that? Who's that? Is that AB baby? Okay, my mom is changing his nappy before we go, so I have 5 minutes to get dressed. Mom, do you want to get him into the buggy? Yeah.
Ha, şimdi başla.
How's your coffee, Mary? Now, Mary, what would you rate it out of your little orange? What would you rate it out of 10?
7,
If you can, give it a 7.
6. I love the venue.
Thank you, very nice, very comfortable, very good service.
Excellent.
And your coffee?
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm waiting on my matcha. My green bowl was, I would give it, because I like the venue so much, I think I'd actually give it an 8.
Yeah.
Because it brings it up and it's really comfortable.
Yeah, but I came here to eat. So the food was with that.
Okay.
My choice
Oh,
was
here's my matcha.
Well, yours looked very nice.
Very frothy. Ooh, it's coconutty. It's nice. That's my matcha. That's my matcha.
Oh.
That's here for you. Not for you. asleep in the buggy. So he was totally out of sorts when we got him up. So it's taken me about 45 minutes to get him down asleep. It's now 2:20 and he's meant to be getting up at 3 for his feed. So I'll probably end up just leaving him for a little bit longer so that he gets his long nap. But I am going to probably just have a little snack now because it's lunchtime. And yeah, get him up at about 3:30 for his feed, and then it's very hot out, so might have to, usually what I do is bring him out for a walk to entertain him, but it's roasting and I'm all walked out, so we'll see how we get on. What day is it?
What day is it?
Yeah, what day is it today?
Thursday.
What does that mean? Come on, Mary.
Thursday.
What happens on a Thursday?
What? Oh, Kardashians. Yay!
Yay! Kardashians!
Myself, I wouldn't expect you to know any of that. But that's why I'm saying the biggest thing is like, no.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Did you have any dreams? Did you? Oh. Was it about the bottle? About your milk? Are you Mama's angel? Yeah. Oh. Are you going for a little walkie? You be a good boy for your mama. Yeah? Is that a yes? I love you. See you later, alligator. So I have fed Abe and it is now about 4 o'clock and Mom has brought him out for his usual stroll that we do. We bring him back at about, we usually go about 4, half 4 and don't come back until bath time, which is like 6 o'clock. And then I will do the evening routine with you guys later, show you what we do. But I wanted to come on while my mom is out walking with him. Because I was the other day watching Molly May's video. I love her, and it just brought up a few things about body image, which I know in most of my videos I talk about these kind of things and I have these little DMCs, which for a lot of people might be a little bit boring, especially if you don't struggle with body image, but I think it's just so important to be relatable, and that's why I watch people, because I relate to them and I love honesty and I love being open and I love giving people the space to feel heard and understood. And that's for me what social media is all about, and why I create content is to feel connected to people. I'm a huge introvert, and I find like the reason I follow people religiously is because I can kind of feel connected to people from a distance. That might sound really weird, but it's a really nice thing as an introvert. So I kind of feel like these DMCs are for my followers and my women out there who almost see me as a friend, and I hope you do. And I hope that these kind of little chats make you feel a little bit like you've just had a coffee with a friend, because that's how I feel after I do these chats anyway. But basically I was watching Molly May's video, and in it she was going to do a Gymshark shoot and was saying that it's a really big thing for her because she's feeling slightly uncomfortable in her body. Currently she's just had a baby and she is 4 months postpartum, I think, or 5 months, 4 months because I'm 5. She just had a baby around the same time as me. And she was then kind of backtracking, saying, I don't know if 4 months, can you say I've just had a baby at 4 months? Like 4 months is actually quite a long time. And it got her to thinking, and then it got me to thinking, you know, even if there were rules around, okay, this is the cutoff point, you can't say I've just had a baby after like 6 months, because then you've had a baby like 6 months ago. It is a good bit of time. I wonder what, like, in our minds, what we expect from ourselves after that cutoff point. So for example, if I can't say I've just had a baby now because it was 5 months ago, should I start judging my body, or should I is there a box that I'm meant to fit into after 5 months? And I think it's really interesting because recently I had to wear a dress for a wedding. I was a bridesmaid, and it was a dress that honestly I was extremely uncomfortable in, but I sucked it up and sucked it in because it was super important to me. It was almost like a challenge to myself that, you know, not to let something so superficial get in the way of, you know, just making things easy for other people. And I'm really proud of myself that I was able to do it. In the few melters that I had about the dress and just the anxiety it caused me of thinking about how I would look and how I would feel in the dress, and my husband saying to me, you know, you've just had a baby, please be kind to yourself. And, you know, it's that saying of you've just had a baby. And I know as a woman who has had a baby in the last 5 months and who has talked about it on social media, that everybody's just had a baby is different. And just like everybody's postpartum body is different, everybody's journey after they've had a baby, whether it's the amount of time that they can give to exercise, whether it's the amount of sleep that they're getting, and as a result what they're putting in their body or they're eating because of their cravings or their hunger because of breastfeeding or whatever it is, everybody's journey is different. And I feel like there is just a mountain of pressure on us to make excuses for how we look. And I think a lot of that pressure comes from ourselves. And I think that, you know, if it wasn't for, I don't think it's all social media. I think when I think of myself and, you know, being home there recently and having to try that dress on, and I was looking at other women in my life who have just recently had babies and their bodies, and I work really hard. I love eating healthily, I love exercising, and as a result I expect my body to almost obey the rules that I think that means. Therefore, I feel like I eat healthily and exercise, therefore my body should look a certain way. And when it doesn't, I feel like it's failed. I feel like if I wasn't looking at other people's bodies and other women and comparing myself to them, then I would be really proud of myself. I would be really proud of my body. But it's only when I open the door to what I see other women looking like that I start to judge my own body. And in expressing all of this to my husband and saying I just feel really let down by my body, that, you know, other women don't seem to work as hard as I do, and they have these amazing bodies, you know, only 5 months postpartum like me, and they're slim and toned and I don't even look like they've given birth, whereas I just feel totally uncomfortable and my body has totally changed. That he reminded me that, Molly, you are all about the journey. And I suppose that's something I'm trying to remind myself, that I've never been somebody that's happy at the destination. I think a lot of us are the same, that we think that we're going to experience this happiness when we get to the destination of that perfect body, but actually it's the journey. And that sounds super cliche, but when I think of the perfect body being the destination and the journey to getting there, for me anyway, is exercise, healthy eating habits, balanced life. The journey to getting there is what I love the most, and it's never been the destination. And I think when you look outside of yourself and if you look at other people's destination, you feel like that's where the happiness is. But I'm trying to remind myself that I am somebody who loves the journey, and I am trying to focus on that rather than the end goal. I remember when Abraham was born and I started to take photos of like my postpartum body and being super proud of myself, that like I felt like I was in good shape, and I kind of thought, well, it can only get better from here and the weight will just fall off me because I'm breastfeeding. And I just had all these ideas, and I probably had seen what other people looked like after having babies. I just had this expectation, and then mixed that expectation that I felt like the weight would just fall off me because I was no longer pregnant and I was able to get back to normal workouts, etc. That then mix that in with comparing how I looked with other people and how I started to see other people after a baby, that it was then that I started to judge myself, and I started to spiral into that really negative mindset of, well, it doesn't matter that I just had a baby, that person looks that way and I should look that way, and all this should. And the reality is that I most likely will never go back to the way I was. Now, yes, I'm not breastfeeding. I do feel that since I stopped breastfeeding, that my energy went back to the way it was before I had Abraham. He is amazing with the sleep, so I get really good sleep, really since he was like 3 or 4 months old. My energy is back. I want to work out just like I used to, but my life is still completely changed, and it will completely be changed forevermore because I now have a baby and it is a full-time job. And no more are the days where I used to be able to go for a 10k run and then come home and I would still be high from my run and still want to do handstands, Pilates. I used to sometimes work out for like 2 hours a day because I love it so much, and that is my personal energy when it comes to working out. I could work out all day long, but now I don't have the time anymore. So my body previously looked the way it did, probably as well as a result of so much exercise, and now I don't have that time. I get a 30-minute run, or I get my 5k run in and maybe 10 minutes of Pilates afterwards if I'm lucky. And I am so grateful that I even get to do that, and I have the help to be able to do that, and I have the craving of eating healthy food. But the reality is that it always is when I start comparing my body and my journey to other people in all aspects of my life that I start to feel myself as a failure or see myself as a failure. I hope that this just honest chat about how I feel and the weeks and the days and the months after becoming a mom for the first time is a total roller coaster. It's not an easy one, and of course, there is so much gratitude for a healthy baby, and there is so much love, endless love that almost hurts your insides for your baby. But that doesn't mean that it's easy, and it doesn't mean that we're all not struggling with our mindset and our bodies and accepting our new life and letting go of the old body and the old life. So yeah, I hope that little chat makes you feel heard and understood. And yeah, I would say my mom and Abraham will be back any minute, so I'm going to try and start on the dinner. We are having a Mexican bowl tonight. My friend Chloe, I'll put her handle here, used to share a lot of recipes, and now she is a mom, a proud mom of beautiful little Daisy, and she is busy doing that. And yeah, it's just funny watching all of our lives change, and we wouldn't have it any other way, I suppose. Oh wow! Wow! Can you do a sneeze? bless you. Bless you, baby.